Hello, welcome to News Centre. I'm Parikshit Luthra. The Supreme Court has ordered SpiceJet to return 3 aircraft engines to lessors within 15 days over non-payment of dues. The apex court upheld a High Court order and dismissed the petition from SpiceJet. So how is this order likely to impact the cash-strapped airline? SpiceJet said that 2 engines in question are already grounded and operations remain completely normal and unaffected. SpiceJet also said it is currently in discussions with the aircraft lessor to reach an amicable settlement. However, last month, SpiceJet's lawyer had argued before the Delhi High Court that it had only a fleet of 21 aircraft and the grounding will cause grave loss to the defendant. SpiceJet's lawyer said grounding of 3 engines will mean grounding of 2 aircraft, as 1 aircraft needs 2 engines. The order was delivered on the 14th of August. It is important for SpiceJet to maintain a fleet of at least 20 aircraft to continue flying international routes. But according to documents filed by SpiceJet before its 3,000 crore rupee fundraise, the airline said it has a total fleet size of 64 aircraft, out of which 36 are grounded, leaving the airline with 28 aircraft. Joining us now to discuss the future course for SpiceJet is aviation sector analyst Devesh Agarwal. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today. Devesh, how does this order from the Supreme Court today impact the operating capacity of SpiceJet?
Hi, Parikshit. Thank you so much for having me. I was going to say should not impact them too much because it's 3 engines. So effectively equal to 1.5 aircraft, and the airline is already facing quite a bit of issues with aircraft itself, with airframes itself. So it should not have too large an impact. It will have an impact for sure, but not too large an impact, in my opinion.
All right, not too large an impact. The other question, considering that there has been a lot of trouble for SpiceJet, financial trouble especially, for the last 2 to 3 years, does this order in a way further negatively impact the financial credibility of the airline?
SpiceJet is already facing a lot of issues, and I think pretty much there is talk about their QIP, but then everything when it comes to SpiceJet, we are kind of operating in an area of, I would use the word unknown. The airline is not very transparent. By the way, I must disclose that I am a shareholder in SpiceJet. So apart from being an external observer, I would also be talking from a standpoint as a shareholder. But there is not adequate transparency from the airline in terms of their financial issues. They definitely are facing issues. They're talking about getting funds, but there is really no detail available from where the funds are coming, when the funds are going to come, anything. There's no authoritative sort of information available. And I may be wrong, but to the best of my knowledge, the airline does not have a CFO. I think their CFO resigned a few months ago. I mean, it's not quite sound. You're gone for such a large place, QIP, and the topmost financial official of your airline is sort of not, in a how do I use the word, a permanent position. It leaves a little bit to be desired, to be honest with you.
Right. We've run out of time, but thank you very much, Devesh Agarwal, for joining us with that quick reaction on what the Supreme Court order for grounding and return of the engines means for SpiceJet as an airline going ahead. Moving on to